You want to restart?
A strange sun glistens off the glittering ruins of a once great city. A small band walks across the Drit as it flickers with the same gleam across the ground. This Drit is different. Even the crunch of it beneath their feet echoes with a memory of what this place once was, even if it doesn't remember, even if they don't remember. Our adventurers cross the landscape, but they are not alone. Welcome to Origins of the Fall, a Numenera podcast.
Our adventurers cross the landscape. What do you do?
I touch everything.
And we're starting out the thing real great. Real
Zero's
strong.
just like, don't touch that. He's not even looking at her anymore. He's just, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Stop touching that. Stop it.
Literally though, that's all I'm doing. I'm just skipping. I'm just like touching everything I pass.
Puffin is making a point of walking next to Zero, even though she's being weird about it. Like, she's very stiff and she looks uncomfortable. But I'm walking next to you anyway. Like, it's been weird since I got my memories back. But like, I'm still next to you. I look like head down. Like, this is a job. Like, I gotta do that.
I have to be here.
I have to be right here.
Are you standing to like my back left, back right? Like, are
I'm
we
on your
side
right.
and side, or like
But
perfectly
I'm,
parallel?
Parallel,
even
like
with
right
you.
next to you.
Equal.
All right, so
Like a foot away.
right, so Zero, look over at you. Say, you all right there? You look a little stiff.
I'm concentrating on walking.
Uh-huh. And I'll shout to wherever you are, wherever
I'm behind.
Artemis is. Artemis, we getting tailed? I feel like we're getting tailed.
My tail's not showing, is it?
Not talking about.
No.
You know,
Our
that was
lovely
really
werecat.
that was really funny the first time I asked you.
This joke has happened multiple times. I'm taking
I
it.
just
Are
got
you
the
the
joke.
one that heads up the tail of the group? Oh my
Puffin just
god,
got
Puffin.
She doesn't get humor very often.
But are you typically the person that
Takes
like
things too
tails the
literally.
group and makes sure you guys
Yes.
are good?
I will be in the back. I'm kind of
Are
like,
you running ahead?
visually.
You know me. I don't know how to not run ahead.
So you immediately run up and you like go to touch. The structure doesn't go up terribly high. It's up to only about your waist. It's like an elevated platform. It looks very much like a jewel. It's like a cold glass.
I stop and sense magic before I touch it.
You're not gonna touch it?
I'm gonna sense magic first. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to grow. Okay?
Okay, so give me a quick intelligence roll.
I'm gonna touch it anyways.
Okay, well, she didn't learn anything about the structure just by looking at it.
I
But
just
when you,
touched it.
When you touch it, it's cold and it has like a low vibration, a low hum.
When I see her get up there, my curiosity gets the better of me, and I just like run after her.
Yeah, I think your sudden like movement kind of jolts Blue. Blue's just like.
Blue's kind of in the like. I don't know if that's Blue or is Blue like right next to you.
I think
Do
Blue's
you
walking.
think?
I'm not riding him. I think he's just walking.
No, he's
alongside.
walking right now.
Yeah, I think he's walking
Kiwi
alongside.
also is like, wait, what? What are we doing?
Oh,
He's like
poor
running
Kiwi,
after
the
me on these
little-
little chubby bear legs.
Pretty little chubby bear legs.
I'm like
So
trying
Blue's up
not to
here.
go fast enough that
Yes.
he won't
I want to be
able
riding blue.
No.
Are you riding? Well, you're looking backwards.
I'm
He's
riding
watching
the
your.
tail.
He's watching your tail.
Are you watching the right tail?
I
Or are you
am.
watching Blue's tail? Because there's two different
Does
things.
blue actually have a tail?
I don't know. I kind of imagine it like a little nub that just kind of like wags.
Aw.
Okay, that's cuter, like a
very
bulldog, like a
cute.
docked tail.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little.
He lost his tail.
Like-
He had a tail. The tail was lost in all of the commotion of everything that happened to him.
No,
over
I
the
don't
course of the
condone
first-
docked tails. I feel like I need to make that.
Did he just get nervous?
No. Wow.
And an Irish man walks through.
An Irishman walks through the middle of the plaza.
I hop on the back and I go with them. That's it.
Well, it's just us now. Alright, so,
No, I'm on the back, like keeping an eye on the tail, but like visually like arguing with myself, trying to figure out like how I'm supposed to do my job of convince people I'm not just like this god awful person.
I mean,
But still trying to like, all right.
Wait,
so
is that your whole job?
yeah, that's his.
That's the
goal.
reason he's staying with the group, is he wants to prove to people that he's a good person.
I think he's a
So
monster.
sad. It's a shame I don't like you.
and I have nowhere
Thank you,
better to
see?
be.
I mean,
Both are things.
Zero is totally content with you. Like he understands everything. Like he understands what he needs to do, how to prepare for it, and he's like, yeah, that's an asset. I ain't gonna throw it away.
Yeah,
but,
that sounds about right.
But I don't know that he sees you as a friend yet, so much as a
Wow.
tool in the bag of things that he needs to be prepared
For the
for.
preparedness.
For the preparedness.
Oh.
I'm a tool.
Have you seen the left side of Zero's body? It's all steel.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, forgot. Gotta make note of this. Zero pulls out a cigarette and he's smoking a cigarette. What you found there?
Well, this thing here is cold, and it's moving. Not moving, but like moving.
Am I up there?
You can like vault it. So if you wanted to get on top of this structure, you certainly can.
I
Well,
want to do.
I don't know.
I want to do an. Like I want to check it out first.
Okay, so you're gonna check out the perimeter-ish kind of like this.
Never mind. I'm getting on top of it.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that you came up around this way and you just vaulted.
Yeah, I'm like
Onto it.
She's already touching it. She's fine. Let's go.
Okay, so you vault on top of it. When you get up there, I need you to roll something real quick. I need to see if you get nauseous.
Zero's getting real stressed. Like his blood
20.
pressure is rising.
Let's call this a might roll if you wanted to add anything to it. The difficulty is only going to be like a 3.
Oh, okay.
So you need a 9.
If you want, you don't need much, yeah. Oh, you're good.
13.
Okay, so 13, you are good.
Heck yeah.
But when you get up there, it is somewhat see-through and you see down into a telescoping void downward. Stories and stories and stories downward.
No,
It goes really far down.
My bear's like at the base. He's just trying to get up.
Like, no, sit, Kiwi. No.
she says it goes really far, and I just kind of like grab onto it, and I sink slowly to the Drit.
The Drit.
The Drit. I sink slowly down. I just kind of start hugging it because I don't like heights, and you said it goes really far down, so I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna lean over and pick my bear up and put him on top with me because he's freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Such a
Zero
big
has
baby.
probably approached at this point, and he just kind of like tilts his head at you. I don't think that's gonna. Never mind. And he just gets up on top of the thing, seeing you as you're fine, and he kind of like looks down, and what am I seeing exactly?
This structure is exceedingly wide. We're talking like maybe like 200 feet wide in all directions. And as it goes down, each set seems to get smaller
Okay.
as
and
you go downward.
Is it like, are there like balconies or?
There are
things like
balconies that
Okay.
are the same shape as the top structure in that kind of hexagon shape.
Interesting.
Do you think it's some kind of building?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine when it comes to the.
Oh, can I roll to see if I figure anything out about this?
Mhm.
Smart.
That was my hint.
Do
'Cause I
your-
have an ability in this.
Smart.
Smart.
Yes, this is a Numenera. So understanding Numenera, if both of you want to check, you get a +1 to it anyway.
What did I get?
13 plus 1, so 14.
So yeah, combined, you guys definitely know what this is. So it does appear to be an ancient structure. It is a Numenera.
Oh,
There
and I
is
have-
no one here.
I know about old architecture. I have a book.
Ooh, okay, well then I'm gonna give you a little bit of extra, because let's say you use that book on architecture,
I just sit down cross-legged and pull a book out of my bag.
and you're like, hold on.
Flipping through the pages.
When you look at this, you find information in the book that says that a lot of structures of this shape seem to have a similar trend, and that trend is that they appear to be old medical facilities.
Okay.
It almost seems like one of the old worlds, we aren't sure which it was, the 7th, the 5th, they coded all their buildings by shape.
Oh, now I can't be 100% positive, but based on my book here, it says that this is probably a medical facility of some sort.
Interesting.
Let's
Hopefully
loot it.
abandoned. Well, the entrance is probably way down there. We're gonna have to most likely make our own, unless anyone has any mole tunneling abilities.
Looks over at Blue.
I mean, I could get us a mole, but it would take a long time.
Blue just kind of, like, you look at him in that way, and he kind of shrinks.
I go over and I cuddle with him.
He beetles. He tucks his legs under, and he sits in the sand.
Like, I was gonna ask first. I'm not gonna make you do anything.
Oh, Blue.
And all right. Well, I've got
Poor little automaton doesn't know what he's doing.
I've got engineering, and in theory, I could maybe use an iotum ray to kind of cut a hole.
Cut a hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Is it-
could possibly do that, and I think I would assume we have rope
Oh,
of some sort.
I'm sure
to
he
rappel
does.
down, prepared. Zero points at himself, prepared.
I am prepared.
If that doesn't work, I could also probably break through it with some metal birds.
You know, I want you to hang on to that thought.
That's why I said if it doesn't work.
Not only because I mean it might be cool. That's all I guess.
If you wanted to look at it, you might be able to somewhat assess how powerful of a ray you need to create.
And also, well, yeah, and that would be engineering. I
What hedge
Yes.
magic?
I mean, can you determine how thick the glass is? That's like
By
the big
engineering,
thing.
I think so.
Probably.
For
Yes.
some reason we can't. Would my hedge magic help us at all in as like clearing away the glass from the top?
Clearing away the glass?
Like making it like a small section like disappear basically.
No, because you would be. You can do things so long as the matter stays intact. You just can change the form of the matter. Would be a good way to put it. So, on the flip side, if you wanted, think alchemy.
Can I create a ladder with what it is?
I don't think to that extent. It's more of
That'd
a
be
it's
fun if I could.
minor magics like cooking food
That's lame.
Or disguising yourself.
or disguising.
Okay.
It's useful though.
It's very useful.
Well,
Just not
I
for
was
this.
just thinking.
They're good.
However, like, onslaught possibly, you also have fire.
Can I burn a hole in it?
It's glass. You could melt it potentially.
do that.
There are lots of options here.
we got options here. So
What does it cost me anything to use my?
Fire, because you have a halo of it.
Yeah. Can I just stand there and just be like?
Fall through.
Yeah, right. Someone hold on to me, tie a rope around me. Oh, that wouldn't help either.
I was
God
waiting
damn
for
it!
it. I was waiting for it.
The best option is probably whatever leaves us with the smoothest edge around the hole. That way, any rope that we pull through it won't break.
that's
You're looking at me and I get weird. I look away.
Zero's just paying attention. He listens to everything everybody has to say,
And Puffin's just so uncomfortable.
and he's like, all right, I think I got this, folks. And he kind of walks over, does an engineering check, and throws it at him. 14.
14? Okay, so engineering check. The thickness of the glass is approximately 5 feet.
5 feet.
It is 5 feet of glass.
All right, hang on, folks. I think
Can
I
we
got.
combine? Can we combine a ray and my fire?
Very possibly.
I got a plan for this. You ready?
We'll set a bird on fire.
Set a flaming bird on fire, have it fly into the glass and burrow like a drill.
As I just keep fire on it. Keep going. You're fine. Just
That's
keep
great.
going.
You guys are
No,
terrifying.
not that. Not that thing.
Oh, it's gonna be fine. So Zero takes. He has 5 units of iotum, and he puts them in a quasi circle, triggers them, and basically just does a hole. And that way, whenever you come up with your little fire business, it's gonna mostly be in that area, and that'll give you a nice little clean break.
So you're
Slide
gonna
off this thing here and back away.
Zero's following you.
I'm still at the edge. I haven't got on it yet.
I have my bear in my arms, by the way. I'm not leaving him up there, obviously.
So you're trying to pinpoint blow weaknesses?
Basically,
or...
I have 5 holes that are all they're just little holes.
Okay.
Like maybe quarter thickness down.
So it creates a pressure point
So,
for when
yeah.
I catch it
So
on fire.
like if she goes in and she starts heating up just that section that I have basically cordoned off,
A little circle of.
it'll be like a little circle of heat, and that's where they'll break along those lines before it does anything else.
Okay, so you are setting off the iotems?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah. So yeah, he does that. He basically runs a wire.
What is an iota?
It's this universe's version of gasoline, basically.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I have a thing called Trigger Iotum Ray, and I can basically inflict damage in a line. So he just basically runs a wire through all of them, and then like walks off the edge and just kind of like, and it's cool. It's like, all right, you're up, little one.
That's you.
I know it's me. As I am holding the edge, I'm like, first of all, I am too tiny. I can't even get
I
up
was
by
just
myself.
thinking that as I was like,
Oh.
I'm picturing this small, like, childlike looking
Like, I'm smaller
person.
than you. Like, I am tiny. I can't get up on my own. But I'm not saying anything because I don't want to get up there.
But
Like, do you need a boost?
Shut up. No, I don't.
I mean, I could just climb
Oh,
up
you're
there
doing
and
it on that
pull
edge?
you up. That would
yeah,
probably...
I did it on the edge so she doesn't have to go too far.
That's what I was
So,
hoping.
if you think about it, if it's to normal height people, it's here. It's like here to me.
Can't even see over it.
No, I'm like,
Zero sees you struggling,
I'm
kind
just
of like.
I'm gonna climb back up there and like
Plus, I'm imagining you don't really have a lot of upper body strength.
Oh, well, I mean, I have 13 might.
How?
Damn,
Holy
girl,
moly!
you're stronger than me.
I use. Oh, am I supposed
Oh,
to
is
mark
that
this?
what? Yes, mark that.
Oh, you put all 4 into the.
No, I had 10, so I put 3 in my might and 1 extra in my speed.
Ah.
But I needed some might because I'm tiny. I have to have something.
Fair enough.
Okay, so
I've done some working out since our last segment.
you can see me. I'm kind of up, and I finally somehow get my leg kind of swung over, and I'm like, fine, I got this.
Well, I already climbed up top, so I'm just gonna take your hand and like help hoist you over.
By hoist you mean you just kind of grab me and throw me?
No, oh my god! No, like pull you up like a normal person. Jeez.
I just make them just so tiny, but you don't realize I'm that tiny. You probably just kind of toss me a little bit without meaning to.
I guess I have big sister instinct,
I have
so I'm
nothing
being careful.
probably
That's
offer
fair.
right now.
All right, so I'm
Moral
up there.
support. Good job, guys. You got this.
Oh yeah, pick your flex skill.
For the morning. Yeah, what are you going with?
Yeah. That thing. I also
You're gonna be
remembered
sneaky?
to
Sneaky,
remind-
sneaky.
Alright, so she gets me up there. I look down, instantly see that I am falling, and I just fall. And I just hold on to the wall.
Okay.
All right.
Are you okay?
I'm trying to find where the kind of holes are.
I
and
just
still
take
hold
your
on.
hand and like scooch it over to where it is.
Okay. Alright.
Then back up.
So you go for the
Okay.
fire.
And then I do the fire thing.
How far away should I get? Should
Okay.
I leave?
Get off.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay.
So I do the
Climb back
thing.
off.
Okay. I do want you to roll, but only for like how long you can keep it up is what we're gonna go for. Oh no!
I would like
To reroll.
to
you roll
re-roll
a
that.
one?
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
It could be worse.
I rolled
Wow. Okay, well,
It's an improvement.
so basically you're able to get through 2 of the fracture points, and she does manage to make those holes. Like, there's a fracture point, and like a corner of it has come out,
Okay, but not really big.
but
enough.
not really the whole thing. So like, I have a thing here.
4. I just need a break, guys.
So
Sorry.
like these 2 have fractured.
Okay.
And you could potentially, like, if you kick it with enough force, it'll probably fall through and into the ruins.
Seeing that, Zero just kind of looks over at Puffin. Time for some birds.
My eyes just
What do
get
you thinking?
huge.
Unless.
I don't know that I wanted to just drop and shatter. If we don't know if
Oh,
there's
that's a
anything
good
in
idea.
there.
That is a good idea.
Are you wanting to pull it out?
Maybe.
Well,
Wow.
Depends on how much you want to try and keep this place intact.
if we want to just tie, because we have holes through all of it, we just don't have fractures.
They don't go all the way through, unfortunately, though. The 2 holes that she just burned through, those are burned all the way through the 5 feet. He drilled
call a
iodine
bird.
only a few.
I'm really tired at this point, I'm just saying.
All right, well then just fuck it, birds.
Yeah, I'm calling me a couple big birds.
Big
And you're
boys.
just gonna make them run into it?
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
I want metal birds.
Send an albatross just
An albatross.
barreling down towards it.
An
I like
ostrich.
spread my stance. I put my hands over my mouth and I make this really loud bird call that just like doo 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 like echoes across the land.
Okay. Well, your nano ability. This is your nano ability,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Control beasts.
Oh, lovely.
Forever, like forever away, where they hear it, they're like, not again.
Birds are
So,
man, we just
a couple of like a pair of large cranes swoop down. They land. They're huge. Like, picture a crane, but like triple in size. And they seem to be a lovebird pair.
Oh no, one's gonna die.
No. I've seen this happening. I'm really tired. I scoot over and I'm just like straddling the edge. Like one leg is hanging off and the other one's still kind of flat.
And you're
so I'm
trying to
assuming it's
get
a
off.
flat. So I'm not getting off. I'm just kind of. I'm here in case they need me to try again, but I'm not on the actual thing.
Does it look like if these birds come into contact with this glass, they're just gonna splat? Because I don't want to kill some birds.
No, they're large.
Okay.
You did request something with animatronic.
Cool, cool.
So they are not
I
100%
don't wanna
organic,
splat a
and their
bird.
beaks in particular, if you think of a crane, they have that intense beak. But that is metallic. So,
Oh boy. Well,
I immediately come over and pet them for a minute. And my electronic eye syncs up green with the color of my regular eye. I'm like, I'm gonna need you to punch that hole out for me. Thank you, friends.
So, which 2 holes do you want them to go for? Because there is an optimal way probably to do this based on the first 2 that have been, because they can only take out 2, probably. They probably won't be able to ram more than once.
I want them to do holes parallel to each other. Like across
Okay, so you want them to
each
do these 2 here, rather than this one at the point?
Yeah.
The ones closest to the ones that have already been handled by her fire? Okay, so we'll plan on that.
I feel like if there's a line,
That
it'll make it a
will-
little more weak.
I agree. That is a great idea. So you don't have to roll for this because this is a them thing. They fly up. They give you like a nice cue. And then they go up and they dive bomb. Kamikaze style. Not really, not kamikaze style. That'd be bad because that means they would die.
Oh
No, it doesn't.
They could be bad at it.
no. Don't scare
And they do hit it pretty spot on. And they fracture that glass. Their noses are a little dented, but they're okay.
Okay. I go over and pat them again. I'm like, that was all. Thank you. Good birds.
Okay, they are gonna fly away unless anyone wants to do anything.
I'm gonna try and
Fix their beaks.
Fix their beaks.
Thank you. I was
So-
Do I
like,
have anything that I can give them as a treat?
you probably have some actions if you wanted to give them anything.
I'm giving them a treat.
You have like the equivalent of like shrimp puffs.
I have shrimp puffs I give them.
oldest first. Don't give them the new stuff. Old first.
And I grabbed the freshest ones we have.
Okay, why does Zero seem like a doomsday defender?
He
like,
is.
like
He's
a
a
doomsday
doomsdayer.
prepper.
Yeah, he is absolutely a doomsday
See,
prepper.
I don't know which ones are new, which ones are old because
They
I don't
dated.
do the
I
rations.
dated them. They're dated.
I
I
grabbed-
wrote on there.
I grabbed the freshest ones.
She doesn't know what the oldest means.
Oh my god.
I'm also
And you-
going to give them a, just like a fistful of some shiny, like, just like a couple of shiny things for their nests.
Good idea.
Yeah, and Zero will be like, can I give him a...
Just like some
Straighten
shiny
out.
I'm
trash.
gonna try and fix up their beaks a bit.
Oh, that's
Yeah, you can easily probably just hammer it out, like hammering out a dent in a car.
I'm just gonna hammer. Pulls out a hammer.
I can fix it!
I just have my hands on these birds, like, it's okay.
Everything's fine.
As I give them shrimp puffs.
Now Zero does it very kindly. He kind of like keeps his left hand, the one that's all puckered up and metallic. He keeps that one like on their. That's the only hand he touches them with to kind of like.
Which will help a lot.
Yeah.
I'm cooing with them.
Yeah. And then he's gonna like basically with like some calipers or whatever, kind of like bend and straighten out the beak, and then kind of pat, go over to the other one, does the same thing, pat, tips his hat and walks away.
These are for you. Those shrimp puffs.
Yeah, no, they don't eat the shrimp puffs until their beaks have been restored.
I feel like G comes up and is like kneeling, like worshiping these things.
She's not kneeling though.
Oh,
she's
Gianni.
standing up.
All right.
Accurate though, 100%.
Oh, literally. Like, you're so short. They're pretty... Like, you don't even come up to their head. When you pet them, you touch their neck, and even then you're reaching up. But Gianni is so short, she, like, has to hold her hands all the way up, and they still have to bend down to get the food. It's fine.
All right.
All while they're doing that, I have snuck a piece of rope and finagled my way to wrap it around from one corner to the other of the little cube, now that we have holes.
That's really difficult. It's 5 feet down.
Yeah, and she said that my holes didn't go all the way through.
Right, but the
But now
beaks
they're-
created
but now-
the other two.
But now there are 4
So we have
holes all the way
it's
through.
got one corner point
There-
holding the rest.
there's fractures in 4 locations,
Okay.
going across the middle.
Can I try again?
I just worry how you're gonna be able to do that unless you send your ferret in between the holes,
I
which
was
is very
just gonna
possible.
say, I got something. What do I call a big bug to me?
A big bug.
Not a big bug, but like, if I get a little beetle or something that could hold the rope and go through and fly it back up to us.
Something like that, but potentially
just-
sock your ferret
I
companion.
only need him to reach down from one side because I can drop the rope more than 5 feet. You know, I can.
Yeah, it's
feed it
grabbing
to
it
it.
and getting it underneath it, though.
So someone's gonna have to hold sock into the hole so we can grab it and then we can pull him back up.
I tie
it's
another
slippery.
end. I tie another end to sock. He Mission Impossible's down.
We just look over
swings-
fixing the bird. and there's a
You
ferret
see
going
this
down the hall.
long ferret
He's
just
very
like
intelligent.
swinging himself back and forth, trying to reach the
I'm just looking down.
He wiggles his butt to give me the signal to pull him back up. And I pull him, and you see the rope just like circles.
Oh my god, I hate you guys so much.
We're taking this very seriously.
Oh my god, but for real, that sounds hilarious. This is great.
Can you imagine using...
All while he's like hammering out their beaks, you just got me in the background.
So Sock just like swings over, he grabs the other rope, he ties them together, and he kind of gives you the ding double pull.
Yeah, he
We're
wiggles
all
his butt.
good.
He wiggles his butt, and then
And he's gonna kind of crawl back up and around.
Your
So
ferret is
you
the best
are-
part of your character.
So
Yeah.
basically, you've got it, it's 2 lines down,
Mhm.
tied together at the bottom with a nice tight knot, and then it loops up in a circle.
I was gonna have him pull the other end up.
But this will work the same way.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
same.
same
Same
way.
intent.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can like twist it around so the knot is on your side at least, so you don't lose anything.
Are we gonna grab it and I'll pull?
I'm
That's the
gonna,
plan.
seeing you do that,
Okay.
I'm like, I know what you're doing here.
I'll
It's
assist.
not a bad idea.
Do you have an idea of how heavy it's gonna be?
Heavy.
I know
Probably
I'm gonna
heavy.
roll.
That is
But I-
5 feet of
We
glass
have,
right
guys,
there.
we have like
It's 5 feet
Oh, yeah.
both ways.
We have
we have a
blue.
2-ton robot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
Is he gonna do it though?
He's still sitting over in the Drit like a puppy dog. He's like, no, I don't wanna.
Oh.
Blue. How often do I ask you to do anything for me?
0. For the record, listeners, he only speaks in the names of his companions. Poor Blue. So.
Blue. Now, I'm gonna ask you real nice like. All I need you to do is hold on to this here rope and make sure that little glass thing doesn't go falling into that hole. That's all I need from you. And I'll tell you what. There'll be a special little treat at the end for you.
What? This is working way too perfectly because, wow, both of those are real responses.
Yeah, and and Zero will like open it, like flash out his vest and like pull out this old coin, and he's like, "Now I'm pretty sure you're fairly fond of shiny little objects, ain't you?"
He's
So
excited.
So I'm just gonna need you to hold on to this here rope.
He eats them like treats, for the record.
Oh yeah. And,
He eats money.
he eats my money.
He loves money. Money's his favorite treat.
Just shins. Just like shins. And I flip it up and catch it, snatch it out of the air. You willing to hold on to your end of the bargain, my friend?
What?
Hold on, because it's literal. Or was that a joke?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Puffin trying to figure out jokes.
She's not good.
So yeah, Zero will take that and he'll wrap it around Blue's waist and like put some of it through his mouth so he can hold on to it.
I just want to ask: are the birds still here? Can I pet them? Will they be mad at me if I pet them?
Oh no, they're chilling out for right
Okay,
now.
I'm petting them while this whole thing is happening because I fed them and I like them. I'm scratching like their super underbelly. I'm just like,
No, they're gonna chill out until you know everything's cool, basically. So Zero is gonna pull. What are we attaching him to?
So we have a rope that's attached to the underside of this glass so that when we get it to finally break loose, it won't go tumbling down into nowhere.
Yes.
I guess I'll try to break the other.
And I'll
Okay, so we need someone to do force on it to
Yeah.
break those somewhat fracture points.
Artemis.
There are 4 points, so if everyone were to take a point, that might work too.
Yeah.
There are lots of ways to do this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take like kind of imagine Zero getting up on the glass and he has his little chisel and hammer and he just like tink tink goes to the other side, tink tink, and kind of does that thing, you know the skip a bolt diagram you're supposed to do for a tire. He does that.
Oh boy.
Because he doesn't want Blue to go down this hole.
That's fair.
So he's like, once he gets like a good like feeling gauge on like how much
The
pressure.
hole we've made's pretty small, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll definitely be able to like make your way down it.
Oh yeah.
There's no worry with
And
that.
so yeah, he'll put basically in each of these places, like where he had the.
You can tell I'm just itching to like run over there and kick it really hard. Like
You're
I'm
about
like,
to get your chance.
I was
looking at
just
you
thinking
like,
that. I'm like, I'm waiting for someone to go, too slow!
I'm like standing a few feet away, just staring at the thing.
I'm waiting.
I'm
but-
petting the birds because it's distracting me from the height.
So yeah, I'd get like a wedge, a chisel in each of the holes that remains, and it's bigger than the hole, so that when we fucking hammer it, it should, in theory, crack the rest of this. And I gesture for you guys to come over and join me. I got a couple hammers, just 2.
Yes.
And I hold them out, and then I'm going to basically, I was like, just go hammer those things into place, and I'm gonna take the rope and just kind of like, so that Blue knows the moment I start to go forward that's when he needs to really start to hold the damn rope. So I'm tying my life to this rope so that he won't let it go, apparently. I'm a suicidal old man now.
I'm like crouched over there holding the hammer, waiting for you to get to tie it in.
The chisel.
Okay.
Tink.
I hate the chisel. Do I need to roll for that? Just
I mean,
smash it hard?
no, this is just gonna be a do it thing.
Hey, wait. We should do it together.
Yes, everyone is like clap for posterity. Everyone together. Artemis, meanwhile, is
Do
like,
now?
I'm hanging out,
count
petting
down
my
from
sock.
3,
3,
2, 1, go!
She scared me. She went so fast. I like pressed the place and I hit it. I was so scared.
Okay, you hit the chisels.
Yeah, you hit 2 of them.
And it sinks just ever so slightly, but it's so tiny a fracture that it doesn't, like, it's separated, but it's
so now
not
we
gonna
see-
drop.
Now we need to get it out.
You would have to fully force it to drop it.
So now we just need to get this sucker inked. And I look over at Blue and I'm like, Blue, it's time to pull, old boy.
We did it.
The screen dropped.
That was a nightmare.
Does the screen go to sleep?
It shouldn't.
I've never seen it do that. All right.
Yeah, so Zero's like, all right, Blue, time to pull. And he's gonna, basically all I'm gonna do is try and leverage it up while he pulls out.
Perfect.
And ask you guys to kind of
I'm just gonna pick up my very dumb bear and move him out of the way.
Yeah, he's like over here sniffing at the chisel.
Yeah, he's over here. He's over near the birds trying to hunt them, and they're just like humoring him. He's like just gets down, like wiggles his butt, and like hops forward, and they just like move out of the way.
Oh my god,
This
yes.
thing is really like, what are
Just
you doing?
teeny tiny steps, and then once in a while they take their giant feet
Just, like,
and they
push
just
him.
push him.
All right.
I go over and I try to help.
And he slides across that glass like jeez, like a mop. Anyway,
I don't suppose you could go beast mode and give me a hand here.
Looks at watch. No, not yet.
I don't suppose you could give me a hand anyways.
Which one?
I'm not joking now, boy. Get over here and help me leverage this thing out of the hole.
Artemis's goddamn
Okay.
sarcastic
I
sense of
climb your
humor.
back
Why are you climbing on
to
me?
help push it up.
No! What?
I mean,
I'm
that,
gonna-
that extra 2 inches might help.
I put the bear in my bag and I grab the rope.
I'm
Alright.
helping leverage. I'm
Is
up
he
the back
like-
and just.
Is he like one of those bag dogs?
He really is. Like he's used to being carried around. He does that thing where if he's walked too, like he feels like he's walked too long, he starts whining.
And pretending that he's
He's
exhausted.
like he wants to be put in the bag. Like
Lays on
no.
the ground, rolls around really dramatically.
If he's walking all day, he just like lays down and refuses to move.
So you have to carry him.
Yeah. Or just walk away far enough that he panics and
So-
runs after me.
Anyone who is assisting in pulling this thing or leveraging it, I need a mic roll.
I'm
That's
going
the
to
thing
be,
I'm good at.
I'm going to be actually at the glass itself because it's
Oh.
a 5 foot,
Depth.
depth.
I have not
You can't
helped.
just pulse to the side out.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
And
That's
so
why
I'm having to like wiggle it through because the little fractures we have aren't, massive points.
Right. No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is like we're standing near the hole. All we're doing
We're
is getting it
lifting.
up.
And
Blue's gonna pull
Blue's
out.
pulling.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a
You
12.
gotta
So you've got a
coordinate that he
ledge
doesn't pull
here.
yet.
Hmm?
So you have to coordinate that he doesn't pull yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
So 12 might roll for you.
5 for me.
All good.
14.
Oh no! No, you don't get to reroll for ones, do you?
You can.
If you
don't
want
care.
to, you can.
No.
I pinch my finger.
I want him to lose a finger.
Damn, son, not all
We are
ones.
geodes and must be broken to find the good stuff inside.
Jesus.
What?
Oh, it's
Sorry,
just the-
that went to a dark place.
Was it you or Zero?
Go Shockers.
If Zero just says that, like,
Just out of nowhere. I just kind of look down. You okay there, Uncle?
Sorry.
He's already broken. It's fine.
like I already have issues with you. And I'm
Oh,
like,
you
what
are
the
too
fuck?
not broken. No, that's not true. That's really not true. So anyway, rolling a 1 in this circumstance.
Oh no.
So this is he starts, what the hell? And why is my leg being grabbed?
It's not your leg they're after, honey. It's their balls.
What are you reaching for?
The Skittles.
That Philip has in his lap near his other balls.
No, so Artemis.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. What would be a good thing to have happen? Okay, I got it. So, as you all start leveraging, you all rolled enough might, and as it starts coming out, you in particular, Artemis, she heard a hum when she touched it. You hear a scream.
Oh.
It is like the building is mechanically, like, you know, feedback hum? It's that. Really loud. So much so that you stop being able to assist with the leverage lift. And it almost crushes Zero. Almost.
shit.
We're good. But you are like, your ears are, you can't hear anything except. You're just hearing this sound. The glass is out of the hole.
Well, like the reverb from it.
No. It seems like it's just continuous.
I'm having a seizure on the top.
So he's freaking out. The glass almost crushed you, Zero. Because he was not able to continue. He fell to the
wait.
ground.
What exactly are you doing right now?
I'm having a seizure.
Yeah, that's not good.
I cover his ears.
She covers your ears. Doesn't do anything.
I'm just
That's not
gonna.
how seizures work.
None of
You
you are
know this.
hearing anything.
Oh,
He's
that's
sitting there
I
like
see him-
holding his ears.
Okay, I see him like collapse on the ground and like grab his head, and I just panic and freeze. Like I stop
Oh,
moving. I
gosh.
let go of the rope, and I don't move at all. Like, I'm just
no.
staring at him.
Oh no!
I'm still holding the rope. I give up.
Hey, Zero. How you doing over there?
I'm gonna go for a ride down this hole.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm sorry,
Like,
Zero.
you've got Blue in the back helping keep it, but the leverage, it started sliding up and out as you guys all motioned to each other to leverage, and
Yeah.
Blue started pulling. It's out of the hole
Okay.
already.
All right.
It just almost fell on top of you when he did that.
Oh god.
Oh,
I see.
okay,
I
so
see.
we got it out.
It's out, yeah.
Yeah. So Zero rolls aside because this thing's probably coming down since everyone's letting go.
So I rolled with you.
Yeah, since you decided to climb onto my shoulder.
I was on your shoulders trying to help.
Standing stock, still having a panic attack.
I can't help any other way.
Yeah, so Zero will roll aside, and
Because
if
of his reaction.
if you're still standing in the line, he's going to kind of forcefully but not painfully, kind of kick you out of the way where this thing could fall. As he's going one way, he's pushing you and Seizure Boy the other way,
Artemis is now Seizure Boy.
just in case this thing comes down. And then he's gonna stand up, kind of dust himself off, and he'll walk around wherever this thing could land. And just kind of squat near.
Wait, so I'm like up against Artemis now. Like you shoved us out.
Yeah,
of
I
the way
shoved you out
together.
of the way.
When I get to him, I latch onto him, and I wrap around him, and I put my hand on top of his head.
Stop. It's
Like-
okay.
I'm panicking.
Okay. As the glass fully slides out and Blue finally pulls it off of the structure, the sound finally stops. Your ears are bleeding.
Ow.
If you were my nose, probably would too.
A little bit, probably.
Your head is in my chest.
He
Finally.
bleeds
I have
onto you.
snagged onto. I am clinging to you right now.
Yeah, your clothing, there's blood on it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's leather.
It's leather.
It's fine.
It was made of blood at one point.
Fine. I don't think that's how
Not the way I want to think about leather.
leather is just control.
Either.
Lesson of the day, kids.
Definitely factual.
Definitely not. I I might have some. Actually, is that cherry?
Yeah, really good.
So Zero will pull that coin out of his pocket and flip it to Blue, who I'm assuming snatches it out of the air.
Mm-hmm.
And then walk over, pull out like some cloth and just kind of like.
Blue eats it, and then continues to drag the piece of glass around as he does a victory lap around the structure.
Just hop in.
Zero.
It drags a nice path through the Drit.
Artemis, what are you doing?
Apparently, you're still like grabbing my head.
Yeah, no, you're like
He's beat
you're wrapped
red.
up. You're like pressed against my chest. Like I'm clinging to you right now.
You're good now, but
Clamped
she's
on.
freaked out.
Yo, it's not about this either.
Which is funny,
like-
because you don't like him.
No, I don't like him. This is not about him.
I know. I'm aware.
So Zero will walk over and if anyone's looking at it, you kind of see like him give this like half grin at Blue's antics and shake his head. Comes over and squats near you two. All right, boy. That's enough of a show. And he like pats you on the head.
When you get close, I let go of him. I kind of push you away, and then I get up and I like stagger back. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
Everyone's freaking out a bit, and
I'm totally fine. I'm just sitting
I
here.
wrap my arms around myself because I'm like shaking, but I'm trying not to show it.
right.
I feel as if I've been working out for 4 hours.
What?
Are you okay? Artemis? My bear's like, what the fuck is happening? He's just in his bag like,
What time is it roughly?
47. Oh, you mean it?
In game.
In game, you guys arrived here probably late afternoon, but it did take you a fair amount of time to do this. So I'm betting it's close to nightfall.
Okay. Is it?
It's probably the sun is setting twilight.
All right. So
Is there any
Zero.
food around us?
I know, that's what I was gonna get. Oh, I thought you meant because like we have rations.
No.
you gave my best rations
It's not
to
his
the birds.
time of the month.
Oh, that's
You're
right. Time skip.
So, yeah, I'm gonna. Seeing that you are, seeing that Puffin
Okay.
is trying to hide her shakenness, Zero's gonna look at her and say, "Why don't you go ahead and get a campfire going? I'll take care of this."
yeah, I can do that.
I go with her and help.
Yeah.
Because I'm apparently not shaken for some reason.
And Zero's gonna squat near you and be like, "All right, boy, what was all that about?"
Okay, we're good.
I don't know. That
SVTs.
it messed with me. I don't like it. I don't like
You don't like what exactly? The building, or
it. Anything.
you don't like anything?
No, I don't. No.
Artemis is so good at communication.
And Zero's gonna pull out like this rag, and it's dusty and old. And he's like, "You should probably clean up a bit. You got blood coming at your face bits."
Yep, got blood on my leather.
I clean her leather.
I just
think
wipe
you're
it off
bleeding.
with my. I just wipe it off with my
I use my head.
tape.
Oh.
I use my
Realize it's mine. Shit.
Oh, it's fine. I get blood on me all the time.
Turns away with
Casual.
the dusty rag and just cleans itself off.
All right, now
hedge magic. I clean her.
what
Yeah.
happened back there?
Can I clean both of them? Or just her?
You could clean the blood, but you can't give him the medical attention.
Like,
I don't want that. I just want to clean them up.
I could do
clean
that
them
for
up.
myself, but I let her do it.
She's still shaking. I'm just gonna help her.
That's true.
Thanks.
Stuff.
Yeah.
We get a campfire
Excellent.
going. Or I get the campfire going. Let me rephrase it.
Okay. Are you going through and setting up your normal perimeters, Zero?
Duh. So Zero's like, "All right, guys, shouldn't need to leave camp no more. So I'm gonna go set up some traps." And
I curl up in a ball and hum the song.
I look. He's obviously fine,
The song
but
of the tracks.
he makes eyes at G and's like, "Keep an eye on him." You're G. So Zero makes eyes at G.
Right.
And just a hand gesture for her to keep an eye on Artemis.
And I'm asking, what about her too? Do I keep an eye on both of them? And that's what I'm doing. This is the movement of
I'm
both
just
of
watching
them.
you guys like do this.
We're just like making hand signs at each other.
Like, not even like subtly.
Terrible game shades.
That's what we're doing.
You good, Artemis?
Are you hoping for rainfall? That one kind of looked like a sprinkler.
That was the goal.
What does the sky look like?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You
let
tell
look.
me, Game Master of Master of Games.
It's a little cloudy.
Hey, you're not 20.
definitely is
On
going
Sky?
to rain tonight.
Damn it! Someone, we need to find shelter.
I thought you were rolling to
have
decide what the
tents.
weather was. I was like, you roll a 20
Actually,
sky.
wait. No, that's a real thing. Hold
Oh,
on.
really? Ooh.
I found a
You know
thing.
what?
I was
here.
right on accident.
You rolled a nat 20
Mm-hmm.
for weather. Oh, never mind. That's even better.
Oh.
Oh no.
I don't
20
like that.
special storms and weather
Oh, shit.
of the ninth
Shit.
world. A 20 roll. Godsend. Wind carries nanites to heal organic matter.
Let's stay in the rain, guys.
Oh, that's good. 'Cause Artemis just
So
got
yeah,
all
no,
fucked
that
up.
means that Artemis will get healed from whatever inflicted any
I-
brain damage. What? Oh no, Zero! Don't give me that face.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I forgot.
Uh-oh.
You want to hang on a swing inside the hole?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
are you gonna do?
I might have to.
I rig a little tent by Blue. I kind of like wrap it around his head and I kind of tent it out so he can hang out inside the tent.
Yeah, because only one of two things is going to happen. Either A, it just leaves me alone because I'm mostly organic, but also not organic, or B, it tries to heal my nanites that are probably going to just be
Does my tent work?
Yes, no, it works. Like,
Yeah, it
I would
makes
have bet that that's something you guys normally do, because it's not like Blue needs to sleep.
Yeah. All right,
Great.
so
He's the ultimate stand for any standing tent.
yeah. All right, so I pat Blue. You did good today, boy. I need you to.
His treat.
I
What's his
put
treat?
I
another
already gave it to him.
necklace on Blue.
You put another necklace on Blue?
I do this sometimes.
So I'm imagining that Zero probably thinks it's kind of in the way. So over time, he's been like, anything that you make for him, he still keeps on him, but he doesn't keep it on a cord. He kind of attaches it to a piece of his machinery, like a dangle earring or like things like that.
Does Blue like them, or does he
Yes.
just tolerate? Okay, I was
He
gonna say, is he
loves
just
them.
It makes him
I
pretty.
appreciate
You
it.
know, every time you give him one, he goes, popping.
All right, boy. You did good. Let's get tent set up. How do we know this weather's happening? Is there any way for us to tell, or she just rolled a 20 and she knows?
It looked like storm clouds, just normal storm clouds, but being a nanite, she had a sense.
I looked up.
And when she looked, like, she could clearly see it's just a storm cloud made of nanites. From a distance, it looks like a cloud,
Right.
but it's so many nanites.
Would I know what kind of effect it would have on him? Without telling anybody anything.
They're healing. How much has he told you about his nanite stuff,
It depends on what you've told about.
Terry?
Not a lot.
So then I wouldn't know.
You would
No.
not know.
But I do relay the information to everybody.
I know. Zero doesn't know.
Like, I've let you know that I need to smoke in order to keep this from happening to my entire body, but that's the extent of it.
The nanites that are currently in him are basically the equivalent of Godsend nanites.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem like they're corrupted. The nanites in his body right now are trying to fix him constantly, but it's like they have a bug where they think all organic matter is quote unquote sick.
Yeah.
So he smokes in order to give himself lung cancer so that they continually try to fix the lung cancer instead of destroying him more.
Is there, like, what's the area like? Is there like a bush I can hide under?
There are trees around.
All right.
Probably hide under Blue.
But alternatively,
oh yeah, you
can-
might have the same. You might have a similar issue. You might have a similar issue with your mechanical eye.
Possibly.
It depends. It depends on if they're
All right.
what kind of.
My eye
Yeah.
also, it wasn't like
The-
it was built and attached. It
Sure.
wasn't,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
The skin had already healed over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's a little
oh,
different
right,
than
because
yours.
yours is healed and done. Mine is constantly going.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you should be fine. That's good.
I'm gonna say there's also bushes, but there are trees or bushes if you want to stay up. There's trees if you want to just get in a bush.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And you guys are probably used to this by now. Like,
Oh, yeah.
night comes around, you guys set up a tent, and I help set it up, and then I just, like, roll my blanket around myself and walk away, and then go, like, sleep under a bush somewhere, a ways from the group.
How far away? Because that.
Not too, like, you can still see where I am.
He just sets up a
Because
perimeter of
I
traps.
set up a perimeter of
Okay.
traps, so I just don't want you to go and just
I mean-
walk right into.
If
Maybe
it's
like
been a few weeks that
15
we've
yards
been
away.
together.
We figured out
Maybe like
a
15
trend.
yards away, not that far.
Yeah.
Just separate from everybody else.
Alright.
If it rains or something, I'll go sleep in the tent sometimes, but most of the time I go somewhere else. One with nature.
So I just tell them kind of what's happening and what's going to happen.
Excellent. All right. So we're gonna go to bed as soon as you, or is anyone staying up? What do we want to do?
I'm staying up to read my book.
Okay, you're gonna read?
We probably need to set some kind of watch.
I'm watching and reading at the same time.
I'm passed out.
My bear and me
Okay.
take shifts where I am. He's awake when I'm asleep.
Okay, that sounds good.
I've trained him.
My bear is watching.
Okay, Artemis already fell asleep, is what he just said.
Yeah.
So what are you and you're staying up to read the book? So she basically you're gonna take the first watch, I guess.
My bear is watching. He's my eyes when I'm reading. You guys think I'm fucking kidding though? I'm not.
Your stuffed bear.
These stuff we're not with.
We're little watched bears.
We do have little watch bears.
Right. The Zero's,
Sisterhood of the Traveling
Zero's pretty
Bears.
tired, so he's gonna get into the tent.
With Blue.
Make sure it's fully sealed, just to make sure that none of those nanites get in with him, and promptly fall asleep.
All right. So the main thing that happens while you are reading is the nanites do come through. They do their healing, and they kind of bombard his tent. They want in.
I'm like looking and watching what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but I'm keeping a mental note of what's happening.
But as like they kind of come over you, they do their work, they heal any wounds. It's really creepy. Like the nanites literally crawl. There's so many of them you can physically see them. Usually you can't see nanites.
Just like a silvery mist.
There's just it's like a silvery mist. I would think of it like
Am I the only
moving
one-
metal.
Am I the only one seeing this too?
You're the only one awake.
This is awesome. I'm enjoying this. It's
My bear's
creepy, but I'm
awake.
enjoying it. Wait, I kind of look over at your bear.
He's like snapping at them.
No. I kind of like, I can't bop
He's
his nose.
way
I was
over
gonna
there.
go bop his nose. I can't bop his nose.
He just looks at me.
But this like it looks like a silver liquid. It like seeps into his nose and into his ears, and then it comes back out. And he seems to sleep more restfully afterwards.
He's fine.
He's fine. But they do eventually pass. They try to get into Zero's tent for a good hour and a half.
Oh, jeez. Is Zero just laying awake listening to these things? I imagine it sounds like rain.
I feel like it's the Martian after the hatch blew.
I'm just gonna say you sealed it really well because you're prepared.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking hardcore. You put Drit on top of the sand so that there weren't holes.
Yeah.
Like
And I'm sitting there like, I'm asleep until like the very moment they come within range of me, and I feel like I like wake up and I sit up and I'm like watching. Even though I know I did a good job, even though I know that there's
You were
no way
awake.
that they're gonna get in here, I'm sitting there like paranoid. Like if anybody had been in that tent with me, they would see Zero afraid for the first time ever.
Origins of the Fall is a Numenera-derived podcast. Monty Cook Games logo, Numenera, and the Numenera logo are trademark of Monty Cook Games, LLC, in the USA and in other countries. All Monty Cook Game characters and character names, and the distinctive likenesses thereof, are trademark of Monty Cook Games, LLC. Content in this podcast is derived from Monty Cook Games publications, and they're copyrighted 2013 to 2017, Monty Cook Games, LLC. All music in this podcast, however, was created by Wastebin Productions, and we hope that you'll support us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/thatwastebin. See you next time.